Let's go. Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die. Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die. Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die. Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die.
Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die. Yeah, I'm dope boy.
I think I've always had a thing for spitting since I was about 7 years old. When kids were playing footy, I was like, spitting, just trying to get rhymes together. And I always liked to battle from day one. I always liked to just rhyme, man.
Well, to me, pretty much, I was a fighter for a while and I just got bored. And I like listening to it, so I just thought, fuck, I'll write one. And that's pretty much stemmed from there, really.
Do you know what? I've wrote bars like since I was about 9 years old, and like honestly never had the bollocks to get into it. So jump on it, and opportunity popped up, and that's how I got into it. But like I said, I've wrote since I was a kid.
I've been into the battling scene for like a long time and that, but I only started really writing because I was pissed up one night, and one of my mates was a rapper in a band from Hull. We was having a few drinks, babe, and basically he was like, oh, I'd kill you in a rap battle and stuff like that. And I was like, right, we'll fucking do it then. Give it 4 weeks and we'll fucking battle it. And like, that's what I did. And like, I smashed it.
I've always had a passion for doing it, and I'm glad to say that I'm getting somewhere with it, hopefully, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm dope boy. Dope boy till I die. Yeah, I'm dope boy.
Once again, like I watched O'Shea's Flex Digits was one of my first battles I ever watched. Like shout out to Osh because he's a legend. And always watched on Flock, Jump Off, all the smaller leagues. And then wrapped and wired on little tournaments, newcomers, like people like Chronicle were involved and everything. And the chance to test out what I've got against someone like Chronicle, Jeffers, and that was too big an opportunity to miss.
But like I said, I always did have something, like I always had like a thing for battles. I watched them from very early on, like growing up, whilst I was discovering my spitting and like what we're doing really and where I wanted to go with it. And then when Don't Flop came about, Matt was doing like tryouts. He was asking for tryouts, and I remember hollering him, and he got me a tryout. And from there, I just kept the ball rolling, and I'm enjoying it, so I stopped.
Well, I live in a house where my dad always just, everything I do takes a piss out of me, so he got me quick anyway. So I just thought, I liked the writing and I watched all the battles and that, and I just thought, I may as well just go in it.
I don't like going proper personal on people, because I think to do that, you must be able to find better angles. Say if I was battling Hockz, first thing I'd do is I'd look at his Facebook or something, or I've seen him at events and I'll talk to him and stuff like that, and I'll pick things up like that.
It depends who the opponent is. If it's someone worth researching, I'd say you do get some battles where, like, no disrespect to the guy, but the guy I'm battling today, his name's Seedie.B. I'm only taking this battle for a bit of fun in it, but like I don't really, he's not. I don't think he's any good, to be honest. And that's not like in a bad way, or you know what I mean. I just thought I'm doing it for a laugh.
Well, for me, it's writing and memorising at the same time, but I always leave the third round to like the last week, and then it's always like a couple of days before. I'm like, oh shit, right, I need to get this memorised and all that. So.
Like the battle today, the kid used to be a mate with me, so I've got personals to death, and I'm talking like he'll never battle again because this sort of shit will get used on him. But what goes in? So usually I like talking to people, and like I'm quite a cool person to talk to, like I'm friendly with everyone. But when it comes to a battle, I just watch the Facebook. I'm a cunt, like, you know, if they post the status up, which is like, battlers are bitches. They post statuses crying about the birds and shit, so it gets screenshotted. So don't delete me off Facebook, or don't post shit like a faggot.
Or if it's like an opponent I've never met, you just got to ask them out, and if you can't, make something up. As long as you can make the crowd believe it's true, you know what I mean? I made my first opponent believe, like the full crowd, believe he was a virgin. Sometimes
if you've got a feel for a battle, and some people write bars in punchlines, or battles in like punchlines, or battles in schemes, or angles, or you know, all sorts of stuff. For me, I just like to go on personal interaction, how my feel of the person, like what I think, what kind of person they are, paint a picture, and just do your thing, really.
To be honest, I think a lot more respect goes into the smaller leagues because people have got to travel further, and obviously the bigger leagues have got more exposure and things like that. So I think the people who battle for the little leagues get more respect in the long run for actually grafting for it and actually working their way up and things like that.
Right, jump off, we were having a conversation, me and G-Dub, shout out to G-Dub, we're having a conversation. Jump off is a huge thing, but it's not my thing. I'm not a funny battler. Where Don't Flop is like the pinnacle, it's where I'd like to be. This time next year I'd like to be well established in a league like that.
I think a local one like this is, there's no pressure at all really, it's just, you just come to have a laugh. A lot of people, do you know what I mean, they'll never be big battlers, some of them might progress to be, everyone's got different goals, but I think overall it's just a good laugh, man. Big up Stan Tart every time because they do put on good events, and like all the battlers are up for it, all the fans are up for it. We all just come get pissed, have a laugh, watch a few battles in the pub, and it's good.
I think in the smaller leagues, the level of acceptability is a lot broader than it is in the bigger leagues. Like a choke and a stumble will cost you battles in the future on the bigger leagues and stuff, and you know. But like in the smaller leagues, I don't know. It's kind of like it's becoming like a filter because all the people that are doing well in the smaller leagues are eventually stepping up.
But then Stan Tall has done their thing on the low, and they're getting some huge battle. You know, you've got Technique, OP Soldier, Zen's like a top quality battler, and he's safe as fuck. So this is just like, to be honest, it's like nursery. So you're learning your trade here. So hopefully when I make that step up, I'm not going to go against someone that's flapping.
It has to be K Reno against Canvas because they're both like similar sort of writing styles. And Canvas probably get out of no panic, but K Reno on the way.
Well, it's happening in UW Battle League. Hollow the Don versus Loaded Lux. Hollow the Don is me all-time favourite battler. He's amazing. But other than that, I'd like to see Skinny Man battle again. I think, you know, he used to kill Jump Off. I'd like to see him versus one of the newer breeds. See how his style would match up.
At the moment I'd say battles, but when I'm not really on a battle key, I'm music focused, so it's easy to write battles and tracks. So it just depends where my brain's at a certain time.
It's Chappo, big up Stan Tall, big up dubytv, big up Swag Nation, Hull City.
Death Majors, shouts to dubytv, Stan Tall, no ego and hush hush media, keep it hush hush all the time.
Hockz, big up Stan Tall, big up dubytv, and everyone supporting the movement.
Big up WYTV, my name's Zen, inside, all time my people, all my fans, big up the whole WY, massive, the Up North crew, everyone doing a thing in England right now, you know, positive vibes.